Hello friends, my name is Teresa Denham. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I thought I would come on here and I'm going to show you how to make a cascading waterfall gift card holder or money holder. You could put money or gift cards in here. So I'm going to show you how to make this, okay? So we are using the Jolly Delivery set today, and it is in the mini catalog for 2025. We're going to use this stamp set, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is we got your card base, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and you score it in half. So we're going to go ahead and fold that in half. There we go. And I will have all of these instructions and measurements in a PDF, and you can look down in the description to see how you can get a copy of the PDF. So another thing you're going to need is 4 pieces of designer series paper, and then we're going to make these envelopes from the designer series paper. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to take a pencil, which I don't have with me, so I'm going to have to use an ink pen. But you won't see this because it's going to be on the inside. So what you're going to do is you're going to set your ruler down. So this is 5 by 5, so halfway is 2.5. So I'm going to put a tick mark at 2.5 inches. And then I'm going to turn it again this way, and I'm going to put a tick mark at 2.5 inches this way. So we have like a little plus right there in the center of our paper. So then the next thing we want to do is we're going to bring the corners into the center. So you're going to bring 1/4 into the center. Hold on a second. I feel like this does not look centered. Let me just double check my math here. I thought it didn't look great. 2.5 by 2.5. So here's our plus mark. We don't want this one. Okay. So bring your corner into the center, and then you're going to do that with this side too. Bring your corner into the center. There we go. So now you're going to have it looking like this. Use your bone folder to get your creases. So now to bring the bottom up, I'm going to hold my ruler right at these top creases. So that's kind of giving me my line of where to go. Bring the bottom of your envelope up so that the point is right at the end of the ruler, right there. And then you want to also make sure you got your sides straight too. So we're going to do that. Okay, and we're going to fold it like that. So now we don't want this piece here. So now we're going to take our ruler and we're going to line it up at the bottoms of where these two pieces come together. And we're going to bring that down like that just to put a crease in it. But what we're actually going to do is tuck it under this way, and we're going to glue it down. So we're going to put a little glue dot there and glue it down. And then we're going to want to glue this, but don't glue this part because that's how you get your gift card in there. So just take a little bit of glue right here and up to here and right here up to here. Okay, and then we're going to glue that down. And we want to press hard, make sure it sticks. Okay, there we go. So I did not want to put a flap down because I feel like when you're trying to put a gift card in or cash in down here, it's going to be hard to do with a flap. If you want to keep the flap on, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to cut it off. So I'm just going to bring my paper trimmer in, And I'm just going to line this up right here, and we're going to cut it off. And you could do what you want with that piece. So there's one of your envelopes. And with this card, we need 4 of them. So I've already did the other 3. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they're all ready to go. So now we can start putting things together. So we have another piece of DSP that we're going to attach to the front of our card base. So we're going to put some Stampin' Seal on. And we're going to line this up. And there we go. Now, to do our mechanism, which I've already cut out and scored. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to get my papers. Okay. So we have our mechanism here. So and these are going to be scored all like this. So what we want to do is, let me think about this. Before I had said about putting it down, this down first and then putting this down. But I kind of found out that it might be easier to glue this piece together first, because then that tells you where you want to line this up. So what I'm going to do is just put a little piece of tear and tape right here at the end of the smaller section. So this is the longer section that doesn't have any scores. This is a smaller section. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to place it right at the bottom of this strip. Okay, so that's like that. So this part is going to go behind, so it's going to be like that. You see how it is? It's going to be behind. So now what I want to do is, so it's going to be a pretty tight squeeze, so you're going to line this up. And you only want to glue the 2 sides because you want to make sure you're going to be able to move this. So you can either use tear and tape or you can use glue. I'm going to use tear and tape because I don't want it to come up. So a little bit of tear and tape there and a little bit of tear and tape there. And then we're going to peel this off. Go, and we're going to line it up again about right there, and then we're going to glue it down. So now we have our little mechanism where we can go up and down. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to put a piece of tear and tape at each one of these steps. So we're going to put one right here. I'll show you here in just a second. One right here. One right here. And one right here. There we go. So, oops, sorry. So you can see that there's a piece of tear and tape at each crease in the strip. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work my way up. So I'm going to pull the first piece off. And I'm going to take one of my envelopes, and I'm just going to kind of line it up right and left. And then I'm going to take my next piece off. And then you got to try, I have to do it sideways, sorry, it's a little weird. But I'm going to try to line this up with my fingers so that they're on top of each other. And then we're going to press that one down. So now we have 2 of our envelopes on. We're going to peel up our next one, and we're going to put our third one on, and then here's our last one. So if you have somebody that just wants gift cards or just wants money for Christmas, this would make a cute little way that you can give them a gift card, give them multiple gift card holders or cash, or you can even put a piece of candy in there if you want. But there's our waterfall. So there you go. This bottom one always gives me a little trouble. There we go. So there we go. Now what I did was I just took a pen. You don't have to do this. And I just wrote pull down here, because that way they know to pull that down, but you don't have to do that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate our envelope. One quick second, I forgot to grab a piece of inside. So let's do our stamping. All right. So I'm using real red ink, and I'm going to do the special delivery, and we're going to stamp that right in the middle of our little piece for the front. And then for the inside of the card, I just have this, and we're going to stamp, hoping that this Christmas is the most magical. And I forgot, I did use the little compass. I think that's what it's called, a compass. And just to put a little decoration. And I just put that hopefully I don't put this upside down. Just like that. Oh, it doesn't have a north or south. So just a little cute decoration for the inside. So now we're going to, let's get these out of the way. We're going to glue this piece down for the inside of our card. There we go. And then we are going to decorate. I think it's called North Pole Suite is where I got these from. And they have these die cut pieces in with the designer series paper. So I'm just using some of the die cut pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to pop stuff up because this card's already going to be thick with gift cards and money in them. So I was keeping things kind of flat. So I'm going to just put this special delivery right there. And then I think we'll do the dog. So I'm going to put our dog in here however you want to put him. And then we'll pull this down a little bit. You could also decorate your envelopes before you put them on if you would prefer to do it that way. I just forgot to do it and now I'm doing it. And then we'll put a little box on this one. And then we'll put a little mailbox on one. We'll put him over here. And then the last one, we have a little mouse with a letter. It's really cute. And you can make this with any of the sweets. And you could even make it for a birthday or anything like that. So let's go back to the beginning. And we should probably put some gems on. So let's use I'm going to use the antique pearls on this one. I know the suite does come with some gems, but I've been playing with the suite so much that I used up all my gems. So I'm just going to put like one down here. I'm going to put one up here, and we'll put a small one over here. There we go. So now we got some gems. And so there's your card. So you just pull, 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 pull. And then you can put, this is the same size as a credit card, but we'll just stick my old ASRT card in there. So that you see a card fits in there. And I thought that that would be a really cute gift that you could give somebody that doesn't want anything but money or gift cards, because you know everybody's got those people that want, like, mostly teenagers and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to make a waterfall cascading gift card holder. And if you are interested in making this, just check the comments and there'll be instructions on how you can get a PDF. Have a great day. Bye.